Welcome everyone to our Romanician's birthday tournament in honor of Oleg, the legendary Ukrainian Grandmaster, 71 today. I just noticed, like, every time I open Twitch, it's like asking me for cookies again, like to approve its cookies. Can I get some cookies, please? Sparkle Horse, everyone sucks but me. What a great name that is. Urek, the mysterious Urek. Astrobate and Pyrat. Not too many players here yet. Hopefully we will have some. 10+5 rapid casual. This is none of your garbage Tuesday night cheese site tournament. This is a really serious time control, good for practice. This is what chess should be at the very minimum. This is the minimum time control for real chess. 10+5 casual. 6 rounds. Weekly tournament for our Ponda team here. Welcome Mr. Coffee and Astrobate, our two biggest supporters. Good to see you guys. Okay, Michael Basman. The world has lost Michael Basman last year. Romanician is still with us for many more, hopefully. Alright. So, last I saw, the guy was giving a simul in Ukraine. It's unbelievable. Alright. 5 players thus far. What are we going to do? What can you do? Where is everyone? We don't have many entries for today's tournament. It's still a little early. We have 11 minutes. I also didn't send out a Monday notification, so I sent 2 messages today. Usually I do 3 before every tournament, but yesterday was I was a little lax. So no one got a Monday warning. Furusato joined. We've got now 6 players. We need at least 7 players to play 6 rounds, obviously. Guys, don't forget to support the stream. Donate. Donate, Astrobate. Spam. Keep the spam going. If you'd like to donate via Streamlabs, click here to have your name featured on stream. Alright, what about Spieler Schieber? Mr. Coffee, don't show that one. Fine had begun to shift his attention from chess to a career in psychoanalysis. He declined an invitation. Chess will always be in the doldrums. The doldrums. I don't know, man. I don't really like Basma's quote, but whatever. Alright, I don't really agree with him. But everyone has they're entitled to their opinion. Alright. What's up? We've got 6 players. Looking for 30. Can we get 20 at least? Pondacious. Where is everybody today? There's some people lurking. Saeed. Aldisto. Lurking. Lurk and join. We've got 6 players. That's not going to be enough. We're going to need at least 7 players here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, none of our players play in the Tuesday title tournament, so I don't know where everyone is. Maybe they swept away in the rains here. Showboating gains audiences, yet it also leads to losses. That's an interesting thought, Astrobate. Losses. Max Uva for example, made it to the champion level, defying the convention of his day's chess. Why do you say that? What do you mean he defied the convention? He didn't go to the convention? Alright, Alice goes in. Reminds me of last week. Last week we had a faster time control. I know that people like that, but I like to mix it up between the 7+5 and 10+5. We don't always have the same time control to make everybody happy. I really should have sent out a message on Monday. Anyway, happy birthday to Oleg Romanishin. Great that he's still playing chess. Legendary player that... Just amazing stuff. I saw a game he played against like Polugievsky in the early 70s the other day. It's such amazing stuff where you bridge the generations between players of different eras. It's really cool. I've played such a wide expanse of players from different generations. One of the most interesting thing about playing Master Chess in international competitions, think about the massive difference in the generations of the players that I've played against. From Arnold Dinker to Schieberspieler, Arthur Bisgeier to Acerbate. Do you miss the good old days? Yeah, I mean, I think everybody misses what they feel were the good old days. I miss certain things, of course. Of course, now the more responsibilities you have, the harder it is to play like serious over the board chess. Today's shitty days are tomorrow's good old days. That's an interesting thought. There's some truth in that. Capablanca did not apply himself to opening theory. There wasn't a lot of opening theory to go around back then. Alright guys, 7 players. Furusato's in, Aldisto's in. We've only got 7 players. Come on. Alexander, you're back. Okay, 8 players. Hey, it's Miro. Do I hear 9? Saeed. Make it 10. Guys, welcome to the stream. 6 round, 10+5, casual rapid. Let's do it. It should take about 25 minutes per game. On average, 3 minutes between the games. Yeah, this tournament could last up to 3 hours. Alright. It could. The longest I've done is 7 round, 10+5. I have done 15+5. And those are a little long, perhaps, for the OCD. The average OCD chess player. I played a couple informal games today. Nothing special. Thou art a brilliant technician. Rubinstein didn't need YouTube videos to get good. He did the work in the home laboratory. It does help if you're a genius. You know, most geniuses tend not to need YouTube videos. But my understanding of chess is still growing. I think I understand the game better than I ever did. Even though my rating isn't like at my peak. I think my handle on understanding the game is definitely at my peak. Okay, what do we got left? 5 minutes to go. We've got 10 players and counting. Pyroth, thanks for joining. Saeed's joined. Mr. Coffee, are you playing? You're working, presumably. Daily games should work, making you better. Absolutely, but you've got to play. You've got to play a long enough game that has some meaning. You actually put thought. Chess requires thought. I know that's crazy, huh? Negative, sire. Yes, working. Generally speaking, having a job is bad for your chess game. Mr. Slow can attest to that, as well as Mr. Coffee. I guess that's why I never really wanted to have a traditional occupation. Traditional occupations just get in the way of the chess career. All right, ready to start. Husky is now, he's now up to 25-25. It just keeps going up. Not sure he can be stopped. 25-25. I was up to 26 when I got hammered by some kind of like brutal forfeit game. I have to rebuild my rapid rating. I lost almost 100 points on a forfeit. I just want to keep harping on that. I just don't think it's right that games are rated if you haven't made a move. Yeah, I wished Rumination a happy birthday on Facebook. So, sang, no, I didn't sing. Not renowned for my singing voice. Once I hit puberty, that was the end of Slaggie's singing career. As a child, I had a decent voice. All right. It all went south around 7th grade, 8th grade. Singing career pretty much ended right there. Husky 25-25. I want my rating points back. We've got Husky, Sparkle Horse, Aldisto, Saeeds, Hey It's Miro, Furosatu, Alexander CL, Resident Spectator, Mr. Slow. Mr. Slow. Everyone sucks but me. Urek, Heroku, Astrobate Pirate, 14 players. Romanishin is a fantastic guy. He's still playing chess. He's hosting simul's in Ukraine during a war. I mean, this guy is just unbelievable. But he's a theoretical legend too. Kasparov doesn't lightly throw around compliments, and he regarded Oleg as one of the biggest modern contributors to opening theory. How do I get Mr. Sohan for the first game? Isn't that what happened last time? Seriously? Did you just like jump in the simul because you knew you were going to get paired with me? How does that happen exactly? I'm not ready to play Mr. Sohan. Man, we need weaker players in these tournaments so I can get warmed up. Why do I have to get the single most underrated player in the tournament for the first game? Brilliancy prize. No, that's not what we believe in here, Prethia. So what is this exactly? If e4, what is that? e4 is like a weird French. Let's do it. Not automatic. I mean, he could play c5 there. G-Souths, you might want to take it to the complaint department. Astrobate will show you where it is. People show up like with like 2 minutes left, so I would say be patient. Alright, guys. Mr. So wants to get slapped. I'm not prepared. I don't think I've ever had anyone react to g3 bishop g2 with simply knight f6 and e6 that I can remember. We're playing the Dunst opening. The French Dunst. The Dunst. The Frunst. We gotta try to keep Mr. Slow out of his, like, book realm. He's very well acquainted with opening theory, apparently. What's happening here? You're gonna, like, positionally sack a pawn or something? What's the idea? To, like, take and play c5? Or you're gonna recapture that? I don't think it's either the most genius or the most stupid move. I like to argue with everyone. To be honest, Prethia, it's just a move. It's not genius. It's not necessarily stupid. I think it's just a move. It's a move. What do you think he's gonna do? Knight c6 maybe? Pawn takes pawn, knight c6. I would say. I have knight f4 here, which is interesting. After knight f4, take. Again, knight c6 hits me pretty hard. So we have different ways to play this. Pawn takes pawn, knight c6. Then again, knight f3, e5. You know, here he has c5, knight c6, queen takes d3. We're out of standard realm. I mean, I think his d3 is not a bad move. Most people would just support that pawn at d4, but at the same time, you know, his pawns aren't really oriented. You know, with that pawn on e6, he's going to need to lose at least a tempo playing e5. I don't think it's a stupid move or genius. I think it's normal. Is there a variation named the Romanician Gambit? Not that I know of. I mean, there might be, but he's not known, you know, to be a gambit player. Romanician plays a lot of very theoretical main lines, usually. I think best known for the white side of Catalan English positions, the black side of the Roy Lopez, black side of Queen's Indian Bogo type of stuff. But he always played kind of mainline stuff. There is, apparently. Anglo-Indian. The Anglo-Indian. Indians don't like that Anglo-Indian stuff. Conquistadores. East Indian. So there's a question. Are we talking East Indian or American Indian? Native American is the term. There's no Native American chess openings. There's Paleface attack. Alright. What's up, man? What is Mr. Slow doing here? I expected knight to c6. But apparently he's having trouble deciding what to do. Just too many good choices. Why did he have to play... Why did he have to do that? So knight f3... What does this remind me of? It's a good question. What does this position remind you of? Hey, it reminds me of the dunce defense. The dunce defense. Alright, man. What is the dunce defense, anyway? Does anyone know? When we got Mr. Slowhand out of theory, usually he responds to g3 with a Pierce. I don't know what happened today. Maybe e6 was like a mouse slip or something. He seemed in the past to be very comfortable with a good score against me by playing the Pierce against the setup. Whereas most King's Indian players are bad at that. I think Mr. Slow seems to actually know what he's doing. So I expect to get another one of those. Here, he's considering the developing move knight to b4. I would say e5, possibly bishop c5, and the good old queen takes d3. I think the most interesting move is e5. e5. Or not e5? That is the question. Thank you guys for all being subscribers. Don't forget to donate, support the stream with gift subs, charity donations, bits, and just friendly banter. Don't mind if you just come and hang out with us and you never donate. Now, this is the position that we're expecting. So I think this is the critical moment where we've got to, like, drop that pawn back. You know, I got to give it back. I got to give it back to get, you know, give a book, get a book. Get it back. I'm not a greedy guy, man. You can have your pawn back, alright? I'm a nice guy. I'm very reasonable. You're welcome to have your pawn back, Mr. Slow. Feel free to help yourself. Have that pawn back. All I want to do is play like a King's Indian structure. Why is that so wrong? So if I... Dude. Yeah, he's not a player who would hesitate to play... You know, I don't think he's a player who would hesitate to play, you know, bishop b4 check or d3 if I let him play d3. Pioneered by Kierkegaard. Check! You don't say. That's my good bishop, bro. So this is an interesting position. So you want to be a chess player. If I play knight d2, he has the massively annoying move knight e5, which can be answered by knight e5. Not a developing move, is it? Queen c2, my favorite square too. I love that square. I don't really want to trade. Man, he's an aggressive dude. Bishop e4 is natural positional move. I could have played bishop d2, but I don't love it. Anyway, my knight is in the way of my f pawn's lust. Look at that pawn chain. What a beautiful pawn chain. The lust of my f-pawn to expand here. Weren't these tournaments 7+5s? I alternate. You know, sometimes 7+5, sometimes 10+5. We've also done 10 or 15+5 on occasion. Since I quit Blitz. Used to be Blitz and Rapid, then when I quit playing Blitz, it became just Rapid, so different forms of Rapid. 7-5, 10-5 usually, and the occasional longer. What's wrong? Hey, it's Miro. You can't flag people enough? You can't satisfactorily play for time? How did my coffee get spilled? Oh man, do you guys know what happened to me today? I had a noodle soup like that you make in the microwave, and I just spilled it all over myself, like a burning, boiling noodle soup all over my like floor of my office and the desk and my chair. It was terrible. That's the second time that's happened in the last year, approximately. Nothing more disgusting than spilling like soup all over yourself. Uh-oh. We have foul play already? Okay, let's relax. If foul play is suspect, just report and let lichess be the judge. Wow. Oh no. I think Aspie's just kidding, man. Don't overreact. He just plays for time. And he wants to make his opponents feel like less of... He wants to beat you so bad you feel like less of a human being when the game's over. I don't agree with Pretia's bullet chess approach. You know, that's not our thing here, but whatever. Mr. Slow, I don't know what's going on with him. He had some weird stuff going on last week. Maybe he's like working, you know, and trying to play at the same time or something. Normally Mr. Slow doesn't play in the tournaments. He must be distracted. This is the second week in a row when it feels like Mr. Slow just was distracted, or he never uses all his time down like that. It's like Mr. Slow's work colleague took over his account or something. Wow, knight g4. What is that move? You're like forcing me to make the useful move h3, right? You realize that. Mr. Slow realizes that. He's literally forcing me to make a useful move. Yeah, I don't want any acerbate. I don't want any acerbate accusations today. Did you take your Xanax? This might be a useful move. A useful nugget. If I have to defend a d3 pawn, c2 is available. But what is going on? We're all shocked. Bishop takes. Or queen takes. He's trying to like conserve time by just trading on d2. The base of the punching. I was studying Petrosian games, and Petrosian playing the Benoni, he was like all about the base of his pawn chain. It was always strong point, very important. the strong point and protecting the base of the pawn chain. Black has a sort of strategic threat here with bishop g4. I can play knight f4. g5 is like radically weakening for black. We can also play other moves. The Russians will bring special players. I've mentioned this before. That's my favorite Romanician quote. Is f5 an idea? You know, knight c1 is very congested. I really don't want to do that. Congestant. You're the next congestant. Dude, he who analyzes classical games has too much free time. Not when you're like a professional chess coach. My opinion is that he who sits around watching videos on YouTube has too much free time. I'm a professional chess coach. That's why you play poker badly. Now everything makes sense. What about queen b3? It allows bishop e6 with like tempo. Jokes, jokes. Everybody's a joker. There's a lot of truth in every joke. Isn't knight c1 a great move? Don't you love that? It was in the way. Right, bishop g4 f3 is available. Exactly. I mean, I can almost like predict all of Mr. Slowhand's moves. Predict bot. The Predicto bot. This is an interesting game we've got going on here. Predictobot 3000. Of course. Free moving. Disappointing. Asteroid, haven't you been banned from reporting people yet? Damn, he likes playing bullet chess. What does he do? He's been sitting around playing bullet chess all day? You take all the time in the world, then you just like move super fast. I guess you got no choice. It's increment time. This is getting really annoying. He's been the one with less time the whole game. The respect for your elders, bro. You get this like really strong impression of Mr. Slow. He started trying like super hard once he had like a lost position. It's been a hard day at work. So how many people in the tournament has Astrobait reported for cheating so far? Nobody? Good. No shaming, Astrobait. Alright. Husky. What is this? Oh, I got a request. King Kong. No. Cuckoo Cuckoo Crucu? Cruculo. Cruculo. Are you Cruculo? Penguin? Penguin. Cruculo. Okay. Okay. Hello. Back button. Thank you. Masturbatus is pissed off. How dare that 2100 player crush me? Alright, what do we got here? Asper, you're going to get your account banned for reporting too many people. We told you to stop that. And anyway, they don't even respond to me. So who's going to respond to your accusations of cheating? They don't even respect my accusations. Why would they accept yours? They don't have enough staff to monitor all these like reports of cheating. Nils, have fun playing another Granddad. You gotta work your way up out of the Granddad division. When you can't come by on Thursdays, right? Because you got your Granddad game Thursday nights at the Senior Center. Asprey, did you take your Xanax? I don't think that Furusato is cheating. You just played badly. I think I get the same players every tournament. Didn't I play Mr. Slow last week? Maybe Hayes Miro as well? Okay, there's only like 20 players, so it's not like insane to play the same players. Right? Right. Hayes Miro has the coffee house repertoire worked out. So we need something. We need something. 96, the defense that most people are least likely to have something worked out against. Hoping for transposition to e4, e5, usually. There's a guy who wrote, there's these guys who wrote a book about like knight f6, which is just bad. I think I played e6 against you once, but normally I don't do that. We don't do that. I didn't go over this chapter, that's right. Don't go over this chapter, okay? Don't forget to not go over this chapter. Now technically I guess knight f6 is more accurate than g6. But we can make it work. I mean, he's played knight f3, not the sharpest move. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, as they say. In the woodshed, the Emery Tate woodshed. What happens in the woodshed stays in the woodshed. Alright, bishop c4, huh? Bishop g7. I'm just developing. You're not seriously playing that move. Are you serious? You're gonna play knight g5. This is like one of Asturbate's opponents playing the Bodler. Dude, I can't believe you would play that move. That's just so sick, dude. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Do you play Bullet all day? Do you think that's a principled move you got there? No, that's a principled move. My original idea was to play knight h6, and I still think knight h6 is probably good. But then you have a, you know, that creates the face hugger situation. So I think we should play e6. The legendary face hugger situation. You won't hear terminology like that elsewhere. Dude. Someone needs a testosterone injection. D5? Hey Smear, do you have like a secret Smurf account where you play like Ultra Bullet or something? That we don't know about? Like a wild man? He was also complaining about the time control. Did you notice that? He was like, what is... I thought it was 7 plus 5. What is this 10 plus 5 crap? So, if I move my knight, he seriously has pawn takes pawn here. Therefore, situation is fatal. Knight d4, c3, p5. Knight e5, pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn is the obvious try. This is different though, you know. Still a face hugger. If I played h6, what happens? Pawn takes pawn again. You ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. Stupid in, stupid out. He had to decide between this tournament and Title Tuesday. This position is slightly bothering me. It doesn't feel right. Takes. There. I think I have to take. No, then you're like triple attacking? What? This is so bizarre. That's so bizarre, man. You can take with a queen? Who thinks of that? D5 is like the best move? Really? How does he come up with that? I don't know, man. It's a good thing you're not playing Asturbate, that's all that I know. I think I just have to like sacrifice a pawn. Really see another option. It looks really bad though. Can't believe it. Feels like he's violating fundamental principles left and right. Not developing. Huh. Man, I can't believe that works. I have knight d4. Wait a minute. Does that even work? Let's see how fast he can find the next move. Instant moves every time. Dude, what is going on? How can you play instant moves every time when I spend like 5 minutes on my moves? Yeah. He uses no time for the whole thing. He didn't even calculate for a second. You know, there's another important move here with bishop e3. He didn't even take the time to look at it. That's weird. You'd think he would at least have considered it. I realize my knight is temporarily trapped, but wouldn't you at least examine the other move? Temporarily trapped. Yeah, I'm in big trouble here. I don't know. I guess he's just effectively playing bullet. He had a strong move there in knight f7. Now he's only clearly better instead of totally winning. I can't believe this is even a good move for white. It's just unbelievable. I can't believe this works. d5. You play knight g5, moving the same piece twice, and then d5, and you're just like better. I can't believe it. I must have missed something. Why wouldn't he play knight takes f7? He's so busy, like, moving fast. He missed knight f7. I mean, it's possible I have some crazy move there, like queen h4. But I think it's just good for white. Let's see what he's been doing. Open link, new window. 8 runs of puzzle streak. 1 rapid game. Tactics Puzzles 2000 rapid. 1 and 1 classical game. He literally has... January 4th he played 43 bullet games. So it's not like he's sitting around playing bullets, supposedly. Why not knight takes f7? I totally missed that. I was worried about bishop e3 a lot. But I guess... I don't know. I mean, if you play bishop e3, I can play e5. Still theory, Mr. Coffee, of course. Now I have some questions to answer. G4. I don't want to drop the pawn. I don't know. I can't believe I have a decent game. He just refused to play knight takes f7. I don't understand. It's the problem with moving too fast. Too many good choices. Makes Jack a dull boy. Guys, I can't possibly emphasize enough how important it is not to play fast. You know, and just take your time with once you have a bad position. Just don't get a bad position. I'd rather be in time pressure and have a good position than have lots of time and have a bad position. Nothing's gonna save you if you have a bad position. In most cases. I can't believe this. I can't believe knight g5 is really strong. I guess I had to play knight h6, like it or not. I can't believe that e6 is refuted. Bishop f4 is a really good, well, at least it appears to be a really good move. What do I do now? Queen b6? I feel trapped. I feel trapped in this relationship. Yeah, he just doesn't like being in time pressure. So he simply just doesn't get in time pressure. Tries not to get in time pressure. How about bishop takes d6, queen d4, bishop d4? What's the evaluation there? Is white still clearly better? Yeah, that's... wow. So, I can almost guarantee a piece sacrifice. Bishop d5, pawn d5, queen d5. Okay, I'm just happy to be alive, bro. Just happy to be alive. As are you. I totally didn't even consider e5. Wow. Bishop a4. That's two in a row that I didn't consider. But I'm glad you played that. Can we try for 3? Maybe he has like, well, I know he doesn't have Sumahair disease where he can't castle kingside. He doesn't have that. Look at my score against him. Are you serious? He hasn't beaten me in the last 20 games. But he had like 8 winning positions. Hey, Esmero has a lot of talent. He just needs to channel it and sort of put it together and control it, you know. It's like he's like a Jedi who can't control his Jedi powers. To make a Star Wars reference. He needs Yoda. He needs Alaskan Yoda to come to him. Help him channel the Star Wars Jedi powers. Alright. Yeah, no, I mean, this game was weird, man. I think white is still doing okay. Bishop a4 was a really strange move. That's probably the worst move he played in the game. Other than not playing knight takes f7. Honestly, I thought, in some situation, knight is coming to a4, right? He's doing what now? Now let me guess. It's like queen takes d4, knight b5? That doesn't work. Famous last words. See, that's the danger of understanding chess, by way of tactics. He's more tactically based, I'm more positional based. But if you don't see any tactics, then it's hard to form a plan when you're a tactically oriented player. I don't need tactics, I just form basic plans. Where's this time going? Okay. I don't know, unbelievable or not, I think I was lost in the opening. I can't believe after d5 I can't find a move. It's unbelievable. Pawn takes d5, queen takes d5, triple attacking f7. How do I not have a move there? Now he's just completely lost. But I'm sure that I have the capability to mess this up. I know I have the capability to do it. I probably won't mess it up, but I have the ability to mess it up. I'm certain. Certain that I do. Black should be losing this game in 17 moves, not winning it in 17 moves. Wow. Alright. So g6 is a mistake. I should play knight f6 first off. And I just forgot. By the way, here I like d5 for white. Okay, anyway. I don't know if I faced this before. Bishop c4. Someone named Hamburger played it. We'll call it the Hamburger variation. Herman Hamburger. That's awesome. My junior high basketball coach was Mr. Hamburger. So I faced this 3 times. Princess Chess, Aldisto, and Acerbate. I played Bishop g7 in all cases, and obviously no one played knight to g5. Oh my god, what is that? Commander! Commander! Who's that red lobster-like guy in Star Wars? General... The General. Arsenal fan as well. Knight G5 master? Where does that move come from? That's very popular with the lichess bullet players. General Kenobi. No. Not Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Admiral. Sorry, Admiral Akbar I'm thinking of. He's not a general. Sorry. Admiral Akbar. My bad. Admiral, General, whatever. Admiral Akbar. Holy shit. Knight G5. Are you guys kidding me? So I like play E6. Has this ever been played? This has never been played in a tournament game? No, it has. Holy shit. So everyone else got the face hugger going on. You guys think I'm into sci-fi? The problem is, like, once you do that, like, it's very hard to get rid of this. I like how the computer wants to play knight f3. Are you effing kidding me? Why would white play knight f3 in this position? I'll just play knight g8 and offer a draw. Are you serious? So, I play e6 and he comes up with this. Unbelievable move. Holy shit. And I spent 5 minutes to find the only defense for black. Dude, I spent, what, 5 minutes? 5 minutes to find the only move, and he instantly played c3. Not even considering the other option of bishop e3. This is it's very upsetting when you, like, spend 5 minutes on this position and your opponent just kicks out the first move he sees. I concluded bishop e3 was stronger. The computer agrees. But I had to make sure, like, my knight isn't getting trapped here. The other position which was really nutty was this. Oh man, you have knight f7. I was scared enough about queen takes. This is bad enough. Like, I'm in big trouble. So knight d4 and now instantly c3. I don't understand what I missed here. It was something with, like, knight f7. I was afraid of e takes d5, knight f7, I think. Why doesn't that work? Maybe I just, like, forgot I could bring my knight back to e6. That must have been what it was. I had some sort of hallucination. Because I saw this, of course. You know, this is obvious. Damn. That's my only move. What happens if he moves his bishop, like bishop f1 or something? Then I have knight c6. Oh my god. And how do you not play knight takes f7 here after playing like a goddamn genius? This is so sick. I am totally croaked in this position. It's a lot worse than it looks. To the uninitiated, black is just down a pawn. But in reality, black's completely lost because black has no king safety. Can't believe it. He didn't play it. He just played too fast. So he did this. And now he's just clearly better, right? Just clearly better. This is obviously best, but this is okay. And slowly, I'm alive now. And now I'm just slightly worse. So I went from lost to clearly worse to slightly worse. And then this was a creative move, and it protects h2. I expected you to castle, but you played that, and now I played queen b6, and then another move I would never have imagined, e5. And it's not bad. d5, and then he just went off with this, which is... Now I'm equal. After his, like, fourth blunder, I finally equalized. He's still fine. And then plays queen e2. Which is weird. Yeah, that was a weird game, man. I mean, wow. I was lost after 7 moves. That upset me. That was a disturbing game. Alright. Lots of blunders. Oof. Romanish's birthday party. We have 20 players. You're depressed about that game too. I don't understand what I... Why didn't I see pawn takes d5? You just upset me too much psychologically by instantaneously responding after I spent 5 minutes on a move. I was like, that's psychologically devastating. I don't want to play the Dutch again. You better not do that. I'm scared of the Dutch now. Especially after Nils showing up. Tata Steel. Commander. Commandeer. Does anyone know at what time Tata starts Friday? No. No. But it's nice to know that there'll be like a real chess tournament. I was just like, I couldn't tear myself away from those recent Hastings and what's that other one? The Rilton Cup. Couldn't tear myself away. Alright. No, but seriously, what do we got? The English. If you want to take the fun out of chess for creative, aggressive players, make sure to open every game with knight f3 or c4. Very important. Now, it's interesting. I don't remember ever getting like a straight up symmetrical English against Aldisto. a3 is best here. Probably. Hey, it's Miro. You have immense talent, but it's like not under your control yet. Oh. This is just brutal. Mr. Coffee. Thank you for the bonus free point. It's the opening ceremony. Right. Couldn't come up with anything better. Presumably black won't castle queenside here. I also played symmetrical English with black, but I don't like the Botvinnik system. I'm not a big fan of big holes in the center of the position. This mobile first site is horrible to browse on PC. Admiral Akbar. Thanks for joining us. Okay, what do we do? Most recently, I had a game with black. Colors reversed. In this type of line, 2 years ago. The amateur weekend 3-round event. I had a student who used to play in those. I've known several people who would go to Weekends A and play in the. They have good amateur tournaments, like side events. They would have like round robin side events for amateurs, like groups of players would play. Of course, I think the chess culture in the Netherlands is pretty good compared to most places. Personally, my favorite is like chess events where they call it a chess festival and there's only one event. That's not a chess festival. I just want to let organizers know, if you host something called a chess festival, there has to be more than one event for it to be a festival. One tournament does not connote a chess festival. They had like this tournament here in Hungary. It was like Zalakaros Chess Festival. They didn't even have a freaking Blitz tournament or nothing. You know, it was like one tournament and that was it, and they called it a chess festival. Duh. No, I mean, it's cool if there's like side events, stuff for amateur players or non-elite players to play in. Well, I mean, the World Open has some side tournaments, so that is. Tournaments are just no fun without side events. Who doesn't like a sideshow? I played at the World Senior, and they had a couple Blitz tournaments. But honestly, I was just too tired from the regular games to play Blitz. And plus, I quit Blitz anyway. For who knows how long, but I have quit Blitz. If you went and played every possible event I was eligible for, you could get 40 rated games in 12 days. Yeah, you're going like Jay Bonin style there. So F5. Yeah, I mean that's the way to get to like, you know, most active player in the country or whatever. If you consistently do stuff like that. $40 rated games in 12 days. Can't say I've ever done anything like that. My record is probably something like 18 games in 12 days or something. I don't know. Depends on what time control we're talking about. Okay, so what are we doing here? Oh, the old Queen C1. You never be too careful. Oh, I totally forgot. At the World Senior, I played a... You guys saw the game, too. At the World Senior, I played Jonathan Grant. Scottish player who's married to Arachemia. He's not a bad player. Not super strong, but not bad. He was solid. We had a Botvinnik English. Same basic setup. But I'm trying to think. Grant didn't allow B4. He played A5 or A4 to stop it. I mean, black can throw the A5 out there. I think I've played that myself. I've played A5 here. I don't know how good it is objectively. Along with a $2,800 bill for hotel and entry fees. Is that all? That's less than like one night at the 2 nights at the Disney World. Holy shit. What was that Juicebox was talking about a couple weeks ago? Give me that pawn, man. I want pawn. Give me pawn or give me death. Hello, chess IMs and mortals. I assure you, most likely I am mortal. Do I really want to take this pawn? I feel an obligation to the viewers. It's more than a pawn. It's a way of life. No, I'm not sure. I was sure I wanted to take it, but I'm having second thoughts. If I was going to not take it, I probably should have played it differently in that case. Come what may, I'm taking this pawn. It's not about material, it's just about, that pawn on f4 is cramping me, so if I eliminate it, I can move freely. I have an emotional attachment to that pawn. Wow. Okay, so what's what? Mr. Slow likes increment. You wouldn't understand. He's actually quite good at increment play. Dangerous. He's won a lot of games against me. Bro. More than most. Alright, now the Queen D7. What's that about exactly? Exactly what is Queen D7 about? Do you think I'm gonna like castle here? What should I do? I'm very tempted to play H4. We could just take on E5. It would be kind of natural. He's just protecting his bishop. I was gonna play H4. Changed my mind. Yeah, it's Eric Clapton. It's an Eric Clapton reference. Comfy cozy. E4 is solid. But now we get to an interesting situation. Sooner or later, a decision has to be made regarding I have knight takes c5, but I'm not sure it's a good move. It's kind of disturbing. Um, hmm. Knight takes c5, queen d4. Knight takes c5, queen d4. Oh man, I'm playing the birds. I forgot. It's the birds opening. That's what pawns are for. This is... It's not the birds, but it's like a birds. I have the wall. Build the border wall. We build that border wall, brah. But I think, you know, we got to be a little bit careful. But I have the very, very powerful border wall. I don't know if I'm castling here. I'm definitely not castling queenside. A lot of possibilities. If queen f5, knight e4, bishop e4, queen f2 check, king d1, see you later. Okay, maybe it's not that simple, but I think white's fairly secure there. The point is that my king is going to walk manually over here, like in a beefeater variation. Queen d4 is more complicated, but I could do the same thing. I was actually planning on playing bishop takes b7. I can't allow queen f2 check, queen takes g2. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I looked at e3. Obviously he has like queen h4. So I think this seems like the most sensible thing to do. We're just taking a walk manually over to... That's why we played queen c1. I learned that from Yuri Lapshin. No. Didn't even consider bishop e3, but he has a check on c3. Bishop e3. I didn't even consider it. It looks like it's okay. Do I lose a piece? Maybe I lose a piece on g2 or on c5. There's a chance I lose one of my pieces, no? This is comfy. Speaking of comfy. Now that's comfy. But the white squares are particularly comfy. So I'm up a piece for now. Ooh, that looks good. I like being up a piece. I like having safe white squares. Even my a3 pawn is protected. In case of queen c5. No, I think he's gone too far. No, I guess his mistake is like he should have just like taken on f4 in the first place. I'm not sure his pawn sack is that bad, you know. This makes me want to play the birds opening again. Honestly. Yeah, the only thing that I'm afraid of is that, you know, sort of coming in. I have rook b5 here. Activating rook divation. You're all wondering when that rook was going to get in the game. So what am I up here? Bishop e3 now. He has queen d6 again. Where's my winning move? No way. Check. What am I up? Just one pawn. e3. Okay. Bishop e3 doesn't really do anything. I mean, black has... I could sack the exchange, like take bishop c3 and play for a mate. Takes, bishop c3. That's a little too generous. There is rook f1, which I like. I have bishop e3 now. He doesn't have a lot of options. This is looking good. I was thinking he had knight d5 there. Forgot he has a pawn on f5. Husky's withdrawing. Okay, how am I doing? I have 2 pawns up with a good structure. So that's pretty solid. Going for the ending. And take my pawn. Didn't take my pawn. It's a smart move. You are a smart hombre. I don't feel like losing that pawn particularly. F4. Not a nice move. How about a rook ending? He sees it. Sees the day. So these amateur tourneys, anyone can join. Sorry if you said it before. When you say these amateur tourneys, are we talking about like at Weekends A? I assume so. But I've never played there. I believe so. So Husky's out. What happened? He drew? He drew Saeed's. He beat Hayasmiro. But he's out. Alms is here. Wow, I was thinking of Alms the other day. Alms versus Krukalulu. Oh shit. Oh my god, this is a funny ending. Wow. Krukalulu. Krukle-doodle-doo. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. Poor Alms. Krukle-doodle-doo. Yeah, it's not an H-pawn. This is lost. Unless he could make it an H-pawn. Unless there's some freaky draw here, I can't imagine that that's possible. Alms is trying. Krukle-doodle-doo. He's gonna get... Isn't this a draw? No. I don't believe so. He's gonna wiggle his way over. Wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. No, an H-pawn would be a draw. I'm wiggling. Yeah, it's over. Alright. Husky's leaving us. Husky defeated Hayasmiro. But nice to see Alms. Long time no see. No, it's not. Isn't this a draw? It's this isn't a draw. Your words are not in the right order. The Regal Beagle. Oh shit. You remember that? There was some kid from Eight's Enough or some kind of 80s TV show 70s, 80s TV show. He was like 54 and died the other day. He's like a little older than me. Alright. Hey, it's Miro. Tough pairings. Good practice for you. Wait a second here. Aldisto's still kicking around. Even after losing to me. I don't understand something. Furusato. What happened to Furusato? He beat Asterbait and then lost to Aldisto and Mr. Slow. Oh, shit, he lost to Mr. Slow. Damn, dude, I'd love to see the time use in that game. You missed the slapping, guys? Seal slap. Mr. Slow played Urek. Now you played Prethia. Well, he's trying to beat you with bullet chess. Beat you with bullet chess. You're gonna get... Mr. Slow will get a good game now. Crocodile-doo. Maybe Saeed's. I'll probably play Saeed's. Husky's leaving. He tried to play too fast. You can't play for time all out in increment chess. I mean, if it's 1 second, you can, but otherwise, I think it's a bad idea. Playing for the flag, not a good idea with more than 1 second increments. Alright. Krookle-doodle-doo. From Nemeth Orsag. Nemeth Orsag. Germany. Deutschland. Deutschlandfunk. Alright. Deutschlandfunk Radio. Paranoia is a sign of mental illness. So what are we doing? Oh no, not another one of these guys. It's a Smith-Morrow guy. I wish I had $1 for all the Smith-Morrow guys. Okay, it's an effective opening, especially against weak players. But I think at some point we have to grow up and stop playing this. Some of us never grew up, like Mark Esserman or whatever. Still living in mom's basement and still playing the Smith-Morrow. It's important to understand the Smith-Morrow. It's a decent gambit, but I just don't advocate playing it on a serious level. Beyond, like, blitz and rapid chess. It's important to understand it, you know, understand that white has compensation. But I don't think it's worth sticking with it for the long run. Alright. Hiesmira would play knight g5 here. Novelty, no. Not a novelty. Do you think that's obsessive, Alexander Seal? You don't say. You know what's this obsessive? To like stay up all night, like until like 9 in the morning, streaming all night. Yeah, I mean, there's a touch of something there. This doesn't work, but it's played, you know, people do this from time to time. I've played this a lot. Yeah, I don't have a medical degree, you know, so I'm not going to comment on whether he's mentally ill. We all have our issues. As Mr. Slow has said in the past, we all have our issues. I don't like Esserman for a number of reasons. But, kind of personal reasons. But I don't like his style either. No. He's got some obsessive issues. I guess a lot of people need something to like make their own, you know. He's created his niche and now he's never going to let go. But I think the Smithmore has its place in learning chess. Oh no, you just like hung a piece? Seriously? Crockle doodle doo? Master, that can't work. He hung a piece. I have a lot of games with queen takes queen, knight takes queen, knight takes e5. You know, there's 3 moves in that position. e6, bishop e6, and the engine move, which is actually g6, which might even be an improvement over the other 2. Just a minor piece. He enjoys his stream and his opening. I think he's crazy, but kind of fun. It's his own and funky, weird stream, and it's his own. He's not the guy who screwed up my simul. It has nothing to do with that. No, that's Chess Explained. Stole my simul players. But, no, the things with Esserman are things where, like, he fucked up a tournament, a serious tournament that we were organizing here. Because he's a baby and he was, like, doing badly in one tournament. So he just, like, took his marbles and went home, even though he was supposed to play. Other cheap stuff, like going to the Boylston Chess Club and playing 1500s one by one so he could, like, raise his USCF rating. I thought it was, like, disgusting. Like, kind of gaming the system. Look, you can do what you want, but I mean, I'm entitled to have an opinion about people. That was enough for me. You know, this guy is, no, lots of things. He's really egotistical and strange. I tried to give him a chance when he was younger, but he's just too weird. Sorry for venting. Venti. Sorry about that venting. Sometimes we need to vent. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, a Donald Trump sort of thing where you don't really know if he really believes he's great or if it's just an act. You know, I don't really know, you know, to be honest. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, hard to tell. Can I get my pieces developed here? He believes his act. That's a good way to explain it, I think. Yeah. That is a good way to explain. Doing things the hard way. Yeah, that's kind of like Donald Trump sort of thing. You start convincing yourself that all the shit you made up was real. I mean, there are some really delusional people who believe all the crazy shit they make up. Emery Tate was like that. If you're truly delusional, but I don't think Esserman is, like, delusional, you know. Yeah, there's some likable qualities. Yeah, he has some likable qualities. He's not, like, irredeemable. But there's a lot of people, you know, like that. Irredeemable. You can never be too careful. B4, trapping my queen. Grukalu. Grukalu has a high bullet rating. There was a player with a 2700 bullet rating who came to my stream yesterday called Stanford Math. And they said their name was Jason and they were like a 2200 FIDE player. The person I was thinking of had nothing to do with Stanford. So it must be someone else. You gotta be like 2200 FIDE at least to be 2700 in bullet. That's an impressive bullet rating. That's decent, you know. I wouldn't be 2700. I couldn't. I guess if I devoted my life to it, fine. But it's like bullet just it stresses me out, you know, and I think it's a waste of time anyway. Here we go. You have Queen D4. Are you threatening something? You are. This is weird. He's got actual threats. Are you actually threatening me? Oh shit, Knight G4? That wasn't part of the program. Dude, this is just bizarre. This guy doesn't move his pawns. I could get mated with like Queen D4, Bishop B6, Queen D4, Queen D8 mate. There's Bishop B6. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm in any trouble here. I can't be in trouble here, right? He can't make like 3 moves in a row or something. He does have Knight B6, which is kind of annoying, I guess. But he's down a full piece. Knight B6, Rook B8. This is really annoying. Chess Zebra, are you sure you actually like play on this chess site? You really just play on chess.com. Just admit it. Just admit that you only play on chess.com. FIDE are, you know, FIDE ratings are obviously, you know, unrelated to bullet in any way. FIDE ratings are like real world ratings. Now I have Rook B8, Rook B8. Just admit it. The first step to salvation. I think, yeah, my opponent doesn't make pawn moves. Unless winning a piece. It's obviously a kid who likes bullet. Well, you're not the only unhinged doctor that I know. Trying to correlate like real world ratings with like bullet ratings is. I mean, there are probably kids on lichess who are 1900 FIDE who have 2850, you know, bullet rating, just because they move fast. But mouse clicking doesn't get you FIDE rating points, you know. I mean, it's a different game. How you now get an auto ad pop-up after games. Oof. Is my queen trapped yet? White played this game like a full piece down. And he's like fully trying as hard as he can. From full piece down. Only somebody who's like a hardcore bullet player would do that. I would have just resigned when I hung a piece. You gotta have a lot of perpetual hope, I guess. No, there's too much of bullet chess is just about mouse skills and speed. You don't actually have to be that strong of an actual chess player. Although I don't think like 2700 is easy. You know, I think for the most people who are 2700 in bullet, like, pretty much have to legitimately be close to master strength. Now maybe we can wheedle our way out here. Wheedle bot. Wheedle D. Wheedle, Steam Wheedle. Steel Wheedle. Selection bias. How many FMs are 2800 bullet? But can so many chess players have such crazy mouse skills? Turkey Farm, I don't know. I guess we're just old and we weren't born playing bullet chess. When you start doing it when you're like 5 years old, I guess it's different, from when you start doing it when you're like 20. That's the case with me, If I had started playing bullet when I was 5 instead of 20, I never really did play bullet. Let's say blitz, whatever. It's like an illness. Destroying chess as we know it. And F3 was a really strong move. What I like about this guy, he just hangs pieces in the opening, but he's extremely selective about his like pawn moves, I think I just got really lucky. I doubt he hangs pieces that often. There's some neat tactics here too. This is kind of a funny move. I really want to play knight takes e3. I wanted to play bishop e5 too. Bishop e5. What's wrong with bishop e5? There's knight takes d5. It's a really nice tactic. Rook c5, yeah. Knight takes e3, rook takes d8. Knight f5, rook takes... Does he end up like up? He's still down 2 pieces for a rook there. But it's crazy that white even has a chance here. I have knight c3. Oh. Is that a good move? Let's see. Knight c3. Knight c3. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Rook takes queen. Knight e2 check. Knight c3. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. I don't see a problem with it. The other way to skin the proverbial cat. Now he has more time than me. That's crazy, dude. You're like... I think you've done too many chess puzzles. Are you sure you're from Germany? Classical rating, 11 games. I kind of don't believe he's from Germany. not a bullet-centric country. Alright. There's some good bullet players, like Roland Schmaltz. Germans are usually more like Mr. Slow. More principled. Alright. Mr. Slow is old school. But White has like kid skills. He's done like 3 million tactics. He doesn't move pawns. So if rook takes rook, I'm just going to recapture. Rook takes rook, rook takes rook. I analyzed queen c7, rook d1 check, king f2, and then he gets mated with queen h4, which is pretty funny. Exactly. You're looking at, yeah, something else. Did I have 93? I wasn't sure about 93. 93, rook d8, rook d8, rook h5. You're serious with bishop d4? I wasn't sure if I had a mating net with those 3 pieces there or not. Honestly. So he found a way to kind of avoid clarification. It's pretty sick, dude. I think I can do this. Or maybe not. Maybe my knight's trapped. You can tell when you play with someone who's, you know, handling the game in an utterly tactical way. Knight e2 check, rook e2, rook d1 check. That doesn't work. Wow, that was fast. Now knight e2 check. I guess bishop d4 isn't legal. Yeah. That's crazy. That's a seriously, like, demented move. Like, computer-like. Right? You've digested too many computers. You've eaten too many computers. I think I had better, but I don't have time. Kookle doodle doo. Rook g6. Does that work? How does that work? That has to hurt. Knight h1 check has to hurt, man. You're down a lot of pieces, and you can't get the knight. Like, you're just down 17 pieces. And he just plays on? Is that weird? Gonna play on here? Seriously? Alright. An increment game? Okay. That was entertaining. He's beaten Goiju and Alms. Oh, the Alms game. Germany fully represented. Dr. Slow. We're gonna call him Dr. Slow from now on. Dr. Slow with increment skills. Do not underestimate the doctor. Yeah, I mean, I've literally played that line of the Smith-Morrow like 10,000 times. It's a bad line. I mean, e5 is just a blunder. Alright. You're just down a pawn with no compensation in that line. Pretty much. Very little compensation. e5 is a mistake. After all, get slapped a piece up. Mr. Slow? What? You resigned? You don't have some kind of miracle with like King c5? Rook e7, bishop takes b3 check? Are you sure? Dude. Are you certain you don't have Queen c or King c5 here? You're right there with the bishop takes check. He has like bishop c2 at the end. King c5, rook takes c7. I think bishop takes b3 check would like work if it wasn't for the fact that just the one defense, bishop c2. Probably. Mr. Slow lost. Unbelievable. What was the deal? You're just totally winning? He's just flagged? No, he was winning. Wow. Wow. Oh, you were totally winning? I see. You're totally winning down to 9 seconds? Oh my god. And you allowed bishop takes g6? In a totally winning position. And you didn't do bishop takes b3 check. Huh. Yeah, I was like waiting for that move. Unbelievable. After rook g7, you're lost. That is crazy. Wow. Alexander CL with 120 CPL and Mr. Slow with only 145. Nice game, guys. Very well played. Too long. Alright, we have 2 rounds left. Too long. Guys, we have no gift subs, no cheers this week. It's already Tuesday. Saeed said a fantastic tactic hit me in the game with Audisto. It hit you or you hit it? Hack the sack. Hacky sack. Audisto won. So he must have gotten a nice tactic against Saeed's. Audisto is dangerous, but I can't play Audisto again. I'll probably have to play Saeed's. IvyYM just gifted tier 1 sub to Saeed's. Thank you, IvyYM, who himself resubbed the other day. Thank you for the first gift sub of the week. You overstepped your spending for the month. Oh. Don't overstep. All right. We're starting in 3 minutes, round 5. 2 rounds to go. Alright, so I got 4. Thanks to Hey It's Miro. Where is Hey It's Miro? He went to sleep? What happened to him? He lost against Husky, and that was Husky. But he made Husky quit the tournament. Whatever he did to Husky, he made him quit the tournament. And then Shachmat checkmated. Hell, Shachmat's been going up. Well, Shachmat is now up to 21. That's kind of their high, isn't it? 21, 24. Karchi, we haven't seen Karchi in a long time. Ruslan, also thanks you guys. Shaki is here in name only. Shaki in name only. But nice of Oms to drop by. I've just been thinking about him. I think Krukulu put him out of his good mood. And Goiju taking out Ruslan Bear and Heroku. Goichu's now higher rated than Heroku. No, you're usually higher rated than Heroku. Why do I always get you guys confused? I don't understand I don't understand why I get those guys confused. Because both their names end in a U. Must be what it is. They're totally different players from totally different countries. Totally different people, yet I still always get them confused. Alright, it's like Max Luki and Angelina Belakoskaya, maybe. One of those situations. Should I stop playing? I'm pretty titled. You're pretty titled at this point. Pretty tilted at this point. I don't know, whatever you did, though, you almost made me quit the tournament. And Husky left the tournament because of you. Apparently. He was pretty disgusted after his game with you. So I don't know, you still have some spoiler effect. You might just push like Mr. Slow off the edge or something. You're starting to learn Hawaiian, and I get mahalo mixed up with your welcome. Speaking of Hawaiian, we have another Hawaii resident. The doctor was here. Alright. Yeah, Chess Ibra. He does Hawaiian language lessons on the side. It's his side hustle. Alright. I like D4. But I don't like to play it every game. You can't even play more. The game gave me a bye. There's only one round left, so play at your own. Play at your own. I don't know. I just stumble for words. It's early onset dementia. I forget. Yeah, pace. Continue at your own risk. I need a little bit of like a pointer here and there. Prompt. I don't know if I'm just stupid or I have early onset dementia. And I don't know if Alexander CL is really thinking 30 seconds on his first move. Last game he got. Oh, it was a scotch with A3. Astrobate, have you picked up a win yet? Astrobate's been quiet. He hasn't been accusing anyone of cheating in a while, so I have this like gut instinct he probably like won a game or something. Alcohol is bad for everything, right? It's a good thing I'm drinking this beer. Yeah, I don't think anyone says alcohol is good for you. Even those studies that said, like, even the studies that say, like, red wine, a little red wine is good for you, or have been called into doubt. I think we can safely say alcohol is never good for you. Oh, apparently picking your nose. Obviously picking your nose is good for you. Putting, germs in your body. Picking your butt, No, I saw something, maybe Chess Zebra, I saw something about the possibility of dementia being caused by something like that. It's amazing how little we know about stuff, It's pretty crazy. Who knows? But whatever it is, I definitely have it by now. Is there any studies to point to dementia being... Well, there are different kinds of dementia. First of all, dementia is like a general terminology. I think what you're talking about is Alzheimer's, right? We need to say, like, Alzheimer's, in particular, is the main thing. Dementia is more of a general term for, illnesses, mental illness for old people. I can't remember. But, maybe Alzheimer's in particular is caused by something like that. Yeah, specifically Alzheimer's. There are many other forms of dementia that aren't necessarily the same thing, obviously. Interesting. I used to always think that this was necessarily sort of stupid for black, but I'm not really sure anymore if objectively it's that bad. If I play d5, excuse me while I pick my nose, is there any evidence to indicate that Alzheimer's is, like, genetic? There's a genetic component? Because my mom died from Alzheimer's, but no one else in my family that I know of. But then again, who really knows, going back very far in their family. I mean, 100 years ago, if you go back that far, nobody really knew what it was. So it's hard to, like, trace it back. More than one generation. Damn, dude, with a C6. Relentless aggression. Didn't you play something like this against me last time and get destroyed? That was a different game. That was maybe that game? What was that? How do I maintain my d5 pawn now? You got me to make a concession there. Don't like you anymore. You're hardcore. Kind of wishing I hadn't put my queen on c2 here. My queen is nicely lined up with that rook on c8. I think I just have Natural stupidity. Not necessarily Alzheimer's. Marco, welcome. Do I know you from somewhere? Do I know you? Maybe. I know a Marco. I knew a Marco once. Only ever really met one Marco. Went to Croatia together. Visit this dude's house. Hang out and play chess for one day. The only time I've ever been in Croatia. Almost don't remember because of my dementia again. A6, so sneaky. Look at him go. All about the hyper-modern counterplay here. Very nice. That's original chess, bro. So he's got the B5. It's probably just my blood pressure medication. Makes me tired. Think positive. I'm inherently tricky person, man. I don't know. You know, it's weird. In some respects, I'm very positive. In some respects, I'm very negative. I'm kind of like a conflict. A living conflict. The amount of hate you have for Gotham chess. What? Hate is a bit of a strong word, man. Hate is a strong word there. I don't really know the guy. I don't like him. But I don't want to say I hate him, dude. I can have a lot of hate. Nah. I just find him disgusting. I don't hate him. Yeah, exactly. What Commander Laurentius said. He's obnoxious and kind of just disgusting. In a disgusting kind of way. I mean, hate is too strong a word. I don't really know him well enough to like hate him. But I guess I do hate people I don't know. Like, I hate Donald Trump. I hate Elon Musk. I hate Kanye West, and I don't know any of them personally. I don't think Gotham chess quite approaches that level of dislike. Hate is a very strong word. Why do you Elon? I don't know. Where to start? If I have to rank them, like in my level of hate, it'd be like Trump first, you know, Kanye West second, and Elon Musk third, probably. So, or if I have to like include Putin in the list, it would be like Putin, Trump, you know, Kanye, and then Elon. If there's 4 people I could have like stricken from the planet, it would be like those 4. But Elon would be like my last. If I could just wish 4 people off the planet, you know, he would be like my 4th pick. Andrew Tate would be like 5. He'd be a toss-up with Elon Musk. You know, it's just that Elon has too much power. You know, Andrew Tate is like, he's really kind of irrelevant, especially in like in Romanian jail. If I only get a limited choice, you know, dude, he lets people like Andrew Tate back on Twitter. Is that normal? You think that's normal? You could have a list of like hundreds of things that are disgusting that Elon Musk did. The guy's just it's horrible. I don't know. Oh. Dude, free speech is when you go outside your house and you say what you want, you know. That's not the same thing as like endangering people's lives and stuff. Promoting violence against women is not about free speech, dude. You can't do things like that. It's not a question of free speech. Promoting insurrections against the government or promoting violence against people, that's no longer a debate about free speech. Twitter is a private company. I mean, they can ban who they want to ban. It's not about you going outside your house and, you know, saying like fuck you to someone and it's free speech, you know. It's not like, it doesn't work like that. That's a stupid argument. Holy gosh, I saw that coming. H5. I thought H5 was coming, you know. The right to bear arms. You can have debates about that too. Be careful. Communism is coming. Look what's happening in Brazil, man. These people have been brainwashed into thinking like communists are going to take over their country. Brazil never had a gun culture, you know, and now they're like brainwashed into like adopting MAGA sort of right-wing gun culture because of social media, you know. It's crazy. I don't know, Eric the Red. Defend to the death your right to say it. So I can sit here and like cite Nazi slogans. You'll defend my right to spout Nazi slogans and stuff like that, or do you have a limit in what people can say? Yeah, that's really demented, dude. There's a lot of people who believe what you believe, though, frighteningly. Sadly, dude, you're actually wrong about that. No, but how does Twitch, Mr. Coffee, how does Twitch have the right to according to Eric the Red, how does Twitch have the right to limit what we can say with their TOS, you know? How do they have a right to limit what we can say, dude? Freedom of speech. It's unlimited. According to his argument, like, doesn't make sense, dude. You can't have like unlimited free speech. Yeah, the line. Where's the line? Where's the line? Who defines the line? Not easy to do. Black is getting destroyed here. Wow. H5 was really bad. No, I don't. I started raging about Elon Musk. Very hard to draw the lines. Look at black hanging on here. You have the awkward rook c5. Rage is a healthy feeling sometimes. Good to know. I'll stop taking too much Xanax. I feel rage. Nah, I don't have a lot of rage. I used to have much more rage. I've been very chill lately. I'm way more chill than I used to be. But, I just... Two chess books arrived in the mail today. Let me guess. Mora the Madness and the Mora. And... what other chess book do I... To be fair to Esterman, now that we're on the theme of people I don't like, his book is pretty good. You know, the guy's book on the Mora is actually quite good, if that's what you're looking for. Be fair to him. I give him credit for that. And I respect him. He's not a bad player. I just don't like him. You know, it's a different thing. It's not personal. It's not personal. I just don't like you. All right. There's no such thing as free speech without consequences. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, of course I agree that free speech is important. I'm not like, it's made in one and I don't see it. It's not like I don't value free speech, you know. I was born in the United States. I'm a patriot. But there's a lot of very dangerous people, you know, and a lot of very naive people that can be easily... If you take what's going on in Brazil right now, those people were manipulated into doing what they're doing through, you know, just simply false information, conspiracy theories. I mean, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. That's what happens when there's, like, unlimited free speech. Now a lot of idiots are gonna like go to jail because they believed stuff that was just like pure fantasy. Some of them are just idiots, you know. They'll believe anything. But I you know, it's tricky. I think that free speech is a fundamental pillar of democracy, but at the same time there have to be limitations to it. In certain cases, when it's harmful to people, directly causing harm or endangering other people. All right, Aldisto, that was our political. Oh, the Catalan, nice Catalan here by Goju. Wow, that's a nice Catalan you got there. Black with just a little bit of play, squeaking out the c4 square on the queen side. The Manual of Chess Combinations. See, now you're working on your weak points. I like that. Time management for pros. Part 1 and 2. The London system. How to excel. The Idiot's Guide to Anal Beads. Alright. I have free speech. I'm allowed to say that. I'll read an endgame book. You need to read some endgame books. I agree. The h6 move? Well, I thought h5 was worse than h6, personally. But, I mean, that was an interesting opening. The way you played with the double fianchetto, Alexander, is, I've never personally, like, tried to use the double fianchetto setup for black there, but I think it's okay. I never used to believe in it, but I'm much more... Now, this move is a dangerous thing to do. Guiju played knight takes c4. That is a dangerous thing to do. Not sure you want to do that. Number one, you're like opening up this bishop on the long diagonal. Number two, you're giving black protected passer on c4. Can white just keep the status quo there? You know, I think you should just keep the status quo here with no, queen d3. I don't like the look of this. Black's also going to get a very strong knight on d5. I'm not sure that black is winning, but black is now clearly better. So Mr. Slow, the c file will kill you also. Maybe, but I don't think it's as bad as this. If you go back to that position. The c file is not going to kill you with a knight on c4, for sure. If he plays knight to c3, yeah, he can penetrate. It's not good, I agree. Maybe there was no great alternative. Definitely the c file was... You're right, of course, like usual. Someday I'll get that double fianchetto right. I think I played an early queen c2 against you that wasn't good there, Alexander. I committed my queen to c2 too early in that game. Can white hold this? I like the space with the pawn on e5 and the knight blockading on c2. Wonder if white can maybe somehow hold this. It's a great knight. It defends this, defends this, defends this. Defends everything and blockades the c3 pawn. And black is actually tied down to that pawn. Well, white can protect it 3 times. But rook d7 looks like a strong move. Rook d1, only move. Or not. He also has rook e4. Maybe that's even better. Wow. Rook e4 also protects e5. I'm not sure that black can win this. I don't know how he can break through. It's going to have to be something with the queen. But objectively, it may just be a draw. White can just hold the second rank, you know, with the rook here. Now this is a dangerous move. Now black could be losing. What just happened? He could have taken with a rook, and g5 was falling. The sky is falling. g5 is dead. Oh no. What about c2? I would never unblockade that pawn. Oh my god, what is happening here? They're just playing random moves in blitz. Poor Guiju. Poor Guiju. Is he actually lost though? Poor Guiju. You get in there, you're almost mating him. Oh, I don't think that's the move. You did have queen h7 though. Oh, he just blundered. The Guiju just doesn't have the blitz nerves of Aldisto. Aldisto is really... That was falling before, right? I think Guiju could have gone down with queen h7 and tried to mate black. It looked like black didn't have a mating attack. It's still not 100% over. You gotta drop the pawn with check. No, king e1 maybe. I guess king e1 would be better. I don't know how much better actually. Knight f3 check. Black's probably winning here. I know that's a really crazy prediction. Still not over. Still not over. If the queens get traded and the two connectors start moving on the queen side. Oh man, don't flag. He's gonna hide now. He could have prevented him. He had a perpetual. Jeez. He missed a perpetual there. Poor Goiju. So many chances in this game. In this time scramble. Did he have queen c5 check? With the straight up, like, perpetual? Preventing king f8? Queen c5 check, king e8, queen c8 check. Draw by rep. It's over. Maybe it's not. It's still not over. It should be over. Draw? Draw. Knight takes c4. Draw. Still not a draw. Do you have perpetual? Can I get a perpetual? Queen g5? I like saying perpetual over and over again. Perpetually. This would be so sick if he doesn't lose this. He's starting queen f6, queen g5. Dude, there's no perpetual. But you still have a passed pawn. Go. Go, gadget pawn. Dude, don't flag. It's not gonna fly. Is that gonna fly? F5 was good. Oh my god. Wait a second. B5 knight. No way. Oh my god. No way. That's so sick, dude. He's gonna draw. Oh my god. Good for him. He's 0-5 against Aldis, though. He could have sacked the knight. I like the immediate f5 for Aldis, though. Yeah, I mean, obviously Aldis was winning. He has to make a choice. Low on time. Just curious what the best move was in that key position where he played this king up. Here. He allowed the pawn to advance. Yeah, so sack the knight first, obviously. It's a draw. Jesus Christ. No way. How is that a draw? Oh, there's an H pawn on the board. I didn't see there was a pawn there. I was like oblivious to that pawn still being on the board. There's an H pawn. I totally forgot about it. It was like hiding over there. I thought there was no H pawn. Of course black was okay. Wow. I mean white was okay. I just missed this pawn altogether. Wow. I did not realize there was an H2 pawn on the board. That changes everything. I was suggesting black should play like f5 here. I just didn't realize there was an H pawn. I don't know why it was like invisible. to your sub, do we get something? Bijak, are you like an only child or something? You don't have any brothers or sisters? Alright. 5 lucky points. You have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. You already told me. You already told me. I do have dementia. Damn. I totally forgot. How many people have told me like their siblings here on the stream? Maybe I just didn't see it. I think you told me, but I didn't read. That's what happened. You told me there was input, but no recognition on my part. I must have missed it in the chat when you said that. You told me like a year ago. You must be the baby. No, you asked me that last year. Alright, last round, guys. Last round. Nice to troll to not play any games. You're the oldest one. Do we get any special bonuses for being the oldest? It's unfair to expect me to remember so much about like tens of dozens of people who visit my stream. My 8,000 followers. Okay, guys, tomorrow is Weird Wednesday, 11:30. Don't forget to cheer. Astrobate is out of bits, so we need someone else to step up. Can't do it all by himself. Yeah, I'm the oldest too, and the only. Alright. I used to think I was like adopted. Not really. Alright. It is easiest to be the oldest when you're the only one. I'm the youngest. Eric the Red said explains a lot. He's exercising his First Amendment right. What's our TOS, Mr. Coffee? We have our own special TOS here. We ban at will. We have much stricter rules here. No talking about no playing the London. London is banishment. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, though, for as long as possible. As long as I can stomach it. Yeah, the B3, I don't know, man. Nylon Mask. He's my hero. Alright, what do you want to do? Right. Oh, I forgot my special variation. Damn. It's been so long since I did this. I forgot what I was doing. Damn, it's been forever since I played this. Shit. I lost to this with white once. Yeah, I often play d5, bishop g4. I lost against Stefan Bromberger. The last time I played b3 with white. I don't know what came over me. What? What am I going to play here? Bishop f1. I don't think I've seen that. But I don't know. I haven't played this enough to really say, to be a proper judge. To be a proper judge. Yeah, I'm not qualified to play this variation, actually. I didn't mean to play it. I don't know what I meant. I don't know what I meant to do here. I faced something else, I thought. Was it bishop e2? Maybe Jim played bishop e2 against me, right? Not bishop f1. Bishop f1 is... Bishop 1's kind of surprising. I think Jim, who hasn't been able to attend our streams for a long time... Oh, now he has knight b5. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm all confused here. I shouldn't have played this line. I've never really studied it. I meant to play a different move on move 4 for black here. I shouldn't have played this line at all. I haven't played it in like a year. Completely forgot. Of course he has knight b5. So now my position is pretty weird. To say the least, I would call it pretty weird. Alright guys, we'll be back on Wednesday. Nice knowing you. Last round of the tournament. Is there anything to be said for pawn takes pawn? Probably not that much. I'm just going to accept the fact that I lost the bishop pair, and I'm probably lucky to be equal here. Nice knowing you, bro. Alright, we're just gonna go back, chill, re-coordinate, regroup. Now that's a passive move by white. We're happy to see that. Happy to know you. Alright, so it's not so bad. Not so bad. Lots of pawns on the board to blot out those bishops. Not so easy for white to really work the two bishops. If he's not going to open it up. I feel like white maybe should play d4 here. Try to go for it. Maybe. Most likely. Okay, now what do we do? That's a good question. Bishop g4? Well, yeah, sure. Bishop g4, knight e5, knight e5. Bishop e5? That's a little disturbing. Knight e5, knight e5, bishop e5, bishop e2, bishop f6, knight e5, knight e5, bishop e5, bishop e2, bishop f6, bishop d1, bishop e7. Or he hit him down a pawn. I don't like that. That is not cool. I really lose a pawn to knight takes e5. That's unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. All right. So what do I do? Random rook pawn move. I was saving that one for a moment when I didn't know what to do. We pretend, yeah, pretend. What are we pretending? What would Boris Spassky do? I don't know. I really don't know. Rook e8, overprotect. Turkey Farm. John Bartholomew raiding with party of 92. He's in here. Raiding with a party of 92. Thanks for raiding, John. JB. The strongest JB I know. After Joel Benjamin. Alright. Thanks to the raid. We're on the last round of our Romanician birthday arena. I mean, Swiss. Arena Swiss. Whatever. Here's a weird move. Speaking of Boris Spassky, I came up with knight g4. Welcome, raiders. Speaking of Boris Spassky, it's the idea of f6, blotting the bishop, and then this guy comes back here to like f7. Of course it's a weird move. Pure genius. Welcome, raiders. Thanks for joining us. Hosting a 10+5 casual rapid tournament. I host the tournament every Tuesday here on lichess. Unfortunately, you just joined us for the last round. We do a simul every Sunday. Thank you, Eric the Red. So, okay. I wanted to get my knight out of the way of the f-pawn for possible f5, f4 Grand Prix attack style. I'm not saying like my plan is to necessarily play f6. It's an option. More active to play for f5, f4. It's a Grand Prix, right? Subscribing is free with Twitch Prime. Thank you for tuning in. Took me forever. I mean, knight e8 I thought about, but it's very passive. You know, where would my knight go? If I play knight g4, white doesn't have any tactics, and the knight can come back to h6. That's the main point. And knight h6 has some benefits. It kind of like doesn't get in the way of the other pieces. But I could like turtle up with the f6. That's something Spassky would do in the closed Sicilian. Because this piece is so strong, you know. I mean, I want to kind of kill his... If I don't go Grand Prix style, I can turtle up with an f6 structure, which is really enterprising, right? No, I'm probably not going to do that. Where did the expression turtle up come from? Does anyone know? Is anyone out there? Okay, we have disabled Disabled followers only mode for the room, so feel free. You came from mixed martial arts? I always imagined it came from like video games or something. But I messed up the opening. It's not bad though. White played a little too passively, you know. I totally butchered the initial part of the opening. It was bad. For those of you who didn't see it, this was Adiban Nakamura favorite, you know, B3. A lot of people play it. Someone mentioned Carlsen, but I think Nakamura, Adiban, Jabava have done the most. And this line, I had something else in mind, but I forgot, and I played Bishop D6, which has been trendy for quite a while. But on Bishop F1, I think I'm supposed to play A6 or something, but I just like couldn't remember. I couldn't remember. Don't play things you never studied. How's that for good advice? Alright, so E4. I've got to be able to meet D4. D4 is the key for white. We go with F5 first. How is F5? Risky. We're the first one to break against the pawn chain in the center. Somehow I assumed you didn't care about openings enough to even want to remember a move like A6 there. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's just say that like I rarely get deeply into my preparation in like stream games, you know? Sometimes, but rarely. I'm not an opening centric player, but I do have interest in opening theory. But I'm not a guru or a specialist in openings. Guru. Keep feeling like I'm missing some sort of tactic. That knight is not adequately protected. Knight e5. He had knight e5 earlier. Knight d4 is possible here. For example. Speaking of spying. D4 anyway. The evil of the bishop. So what happens here? Pawn takes d4, knight takes d4, knight takes d4, queen takes d4. I'm not in love with it, like getting ripped open. He's got bishop c4 check. I don't know that that does anything. Presumably he's going to retreat his knight or play d5. Now my knight is hanging. But we have pretty big space advantage with this pawn. This is white's great hope. Not the great white hope. White's great hope. Alright. Do I have a mate with like knight h2? Knight h2, queen h2. Knight h2, queen h2. Of course. Of course we're going to play that. Knight h2, queen h2, check. King g1, rook f6. Because this is fun. This is our last round. It's all about having fun. My catchword is fun. Just kidding. I like to court controversy and rage here on the stream. Fun is something for, you know, Candy Rush streamers. I don't know, I saw some weird stuff when I was like browsing random streams before I started the stream today. I was just like, whatever. People will just like stream anything. You thought my big thing was suppressing free speech. Absolutely. Dude, you're so quick on the uptake. Weird stuff. I don't know, man. It was just weird, man. It wasn't even clear what it was. Some people are all about political commentary. They think like everything is a political commentary forum. But I you know, I'm not obsessed with it. It's just that sometimes I go off. I don't have to like talk about it all the time. But I have my opinions, you know. A lot of people try to be really like apolitical, which is kind of fake, honestly. I'll let you draw your own conclusions, but see, that's the problem, Eric the Red. I think one of the problems is that like everybody tries to like label each other and put each other into like these camps. Why do we have to be like liberals or conservatives, you know? Like, why can't we just be something, you know, in the... And both sides are guilty of that, and that's why we have this problem with, like, for you know, I think in a lot of cases, why do we have to be labeled, you know? Everyone has to be labeled. He's a liberal. He's, you know... His stream was really odd. Yesterday he banned 5 people. Dude, he doesn't know anything about streaming. Dude, Chess Zebra. Jeffrey Zhang... He's like 2700 player who's never like streamed chess before. So, you could be like the greatest chess player in the world, but the guy knows nothing about chess streaming. So, I wouldn't like expect too much. You know, he's just like, oh, wait, I got a great idea. I'm going to be a chess streamer. You know? It's like, dude, just get some original idea. I'm just going to be just like those other guys. Dude, I mean, I don't know how the guy became a 2700 player. I've never seen him. It's unbelievable, you know? Dude, seriously. But just like because you're a good chess player doesn't mean you can be a good chess streamer. And I think like Hikaru is very popular, but you know, he didn't just like become a successful chess streamer. I wouldn't assume like Jeff Zhang has a lot of personality. I mean, if you think about the rapid improvement of his game, it's almost impossible that he has any life outside of chess. If you think about it, if you honestly think about it, how quickly that guy went from like unheard of to like 2700, it's literally virtually impossible he has any kind of life outside just playing chess. It's practically physically impossible. I mean, Jiang, I mean he was like, no, I never heard of him and he was 2700 like a week later. What was I thinking though? Forgot what I was thinking again. Quintessential like chess nerds don't necessarily make entertaining chess streamers. But I don't consider myself to be, you know, a quintessential chess nerd. I had a lot of interests outside of chess. Had and have, although I'm practically in my grave already. Yeah, I mean, part of it, though, is the fact that I didn't start playing chess till I was 12 or something. I think that just the Zhang guy is like naive to assume he can just automatically be a chess streamer because he has a high rating or something. Do you know how long I've been like doing chess commentary? I mean, besides just streaming, I was a chess commentator for years. I have like extreme experience like discussing the game with students. And what are you saying? So you won the tournament. Luckily I didn't play. Yeah, so what's up here? Final game, Altisto fighting for third place. Mr. Slow. Look at their score. Mr. Slow has 3.5, 7.5. Mr. Slow is black here. No, I was surprised. Do you know what? I know what it was. I know what it was. I randomly turned on like Hikaru's stream just for a minute, like 2 weeks ago. And I was surprised to see Jeff Zhang was like commentating on Hikaru's channel. What's that, right? Did anybody else see that? That's weird, man. First Hikaru created a monster in like Gotham chess. But like, why would you pick Jeff Zhang, who has no social skills? It's so bizarre, dude. Like, you literally. Let's pick somebody who has like no social skills to be our commentator. You know. I don't really like Fiona or whatever her name is either, but she has some skills, obviously, some personality. I mean, it takes a lot to impress me, obviously, but they were on there with Fiona and Jeff Zhang. I was like, what is this? That's so weird, you know? For his 2700 analysis skills, yeah. Alright, guys. Anyway, that answers that question. I mean, I guess just like, you know, piggybacking Hikaru could make anyone a really successful chess streamer. Like it did with Gotham. But again, as much as I dislike Gotham, I don't like him, but he has a personality, which says something, you know. So I'd rather have someone who I didn't like with a personality than like a really boring person. All right. Anyway, yeah, I was as surprised as you guys to see that. So, all right, 6 points out of 6. What can I say, guys? I just managed to avoid Husky. I got lucky against Hey It's Miro. Kind of vaguely wandered through that last game. Hikaru's video editor lives in my city. Wow. Can you put in a good word for me? I hate people who suck up to other people. You know, I know Hikaru personally. I easily could have, like, sucked up to him, try to get on his stream long ago, you know, if I wanted to. But I would never, and we're on good terms, I would never, ever be a suck up to, like, further myself. You know, I just wouldn't do that. If someone asked me, you know, alright, Pawn to Norm, 6 points. 6 points. Altisto 4.5. Goiju 4. Saeed's 3.5. Bruce Lambert 3.5. Alexander Cial 3. Shakma 3. Mr. Sohan 3. Pyra 3. And Krukulu 2.5. Husky had to leave early. Karchi, hey, it's Miro. Ams left early. Heroku for Osatu. Astrobait got himself a bye. Bad day today, Astrobait. You had a rough time there. But it probably was a bad attitude. Astrobait was kind of grumpy early on. So he's one of our VIP and oldest followers here. Yeah, Kenty posts some. He posts his stuff on my Discord channel. I don't mind. We don't really know each other, but he seems cool. Anyways, it was fun, discussing politics with you guys. Fun tournament. I wanted to honor Oleg Romanishin because he's a really good guy and a legendary player, and today was his birthday, so I thought we'd make it Romanishin's birthday for today. Thank you guys for playing. Sparkle Horse 6, first place, Aldisto, second, and Goiju. Congratulations, nice performance for Goiju. Coming up with third place with his 2053 rating, not easy. So nice job there, losing just one game and coming in with a half-point bye. Can we get the Bijak birthday? Little bribery can go a long way. Anyway, thanks to Jeff. Never mind. Thanks to Jeff. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks to Jeff. Thanks to Mr. Coffee for being our moderator here. Thanks to John Bartholomew for rating and bringing some new viewers this way. I enjoy it, as always. It's a lot of fun. I take chess seriously, try to keep it, real, but at the same time, have a little bit of fun. Mr. Slowhand, what happened here, bud? You look like you were running pretty good there, but you lost in the last round. I thought Mr. Slow was going to come up with third. I think you're going to come up with third place. Let's see the Aldisto Mr. Slowhand. Mr. Slowhand is favored in the opening, but Aldisto was white. What's that about? What happened here? Ah, so he busted the knight c3 on you. See, I've never played the Verisov against Mr. Slowhand. And Mr. Slowhand transposed to a Schmid Benoni. Not a good decision, probably. Oh, you blundered e takes d5? Wow, dude. Mr. Slow. You blundered the e takes d5. Unbelievable. That's a famous kind of trap. You actually managed to get a winning position at some point, even after that. Unbelievable. I'm sorry I missed that game. But it's rare to see Mr. Slow go wrong in the opening. Thank you, guys. I'm out of here. Again, thanks to John Bartholomew, Mr. Coffee. What you said, honestly, should have won first game. Lost 10 positional pawns. 10 positional pawns. That's awesome. I like that. I'm gonna call them positional pawns from now on. That's a great term. Rage on. Alright, guys. Take care. Thank you. We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.